Hello everyone, nice to see you here. It's a little challenge of mine happening here. I decided to try to learn a piece by heart without touching the piano at all. I have practiced in my life without piano, sometimes, I don't know, in the train, on a plane, but the pieces that I have actually practiced and played with my hands, but from a scratch, it's something really new for me. I'm extremely excited about that. So a little bit more than 1 week ago, one friend of mine offered a piece from Amie Beach. Never heard of this composer, shame on me, but you learn every day. From Opus 128, Young Birches. Seems to be a very beautiful piece, but I don't know because I have never heard it. I have never heard any recordings of it. I haven't played it. So I don't have any muscle memory whatsoever. I was just staring at the scores for more or less like 2 hours for the last 7 days. And I'm really curious to see the outcome. What have I learned? Although I really think that I'm going to play a lot of wrong notes and wrong rhythms. But nevertheless, let's see. It's a fun challenge, and we'll see what we can do with this 2 hours of practicing without the piano. Whew, my heart is blowing out of my chest. That's I don't know, that's crazy to hear something that I don't know. It's very difficult to describe the feelings because I was listening to something and like not knowing what's gonna happen and just trying to, I don't know, to see the scores, and I think I made a lot of mistakes. I wanna check it. I probably will insert some scores there, and I don't know what to say. It's a really crazy feeling, like learning like this, and I don't know, like from some sort of a cloud in your mind, something comes that you have never experienced. I don't know. It's such a crazy feeling, I have to say. But it's a very beautiful piece, at least what I have heard. Um, I'm not so sure about the middle part, about all the changes, how it happened, but anyways, it's critical Nick comes out and starts to search for mistakes and what did I do wrong and so on and so forth. But I have to say it was a very, very cool time this week, and this whole idea I really liked very much. I would definitely recommend for you to try something of this kind. Find a piece that looks I don't know, possible for you to learn this way, and do it. And I'm very sure you're gonna be very surprised about it. I'm really out of words. I don't know what to say now, but let's say it's like the first feelings, and I will try to think about what happened. I would really like to listen to the recording of what I just did, and then maybe I will try to do some commentary, maybe practice a little bit, and try again, just to show the piece the way it should be, because I really think that it wasn't clean what I did. But anyways, thanks for the brilliant idea. It's a friend of mine, Martin. Thanks to him. Thanks for me for the idea. I really enjoyed the whole challenge, and I'm really happy to get to know Amie Beach. I'm really curious to listen to some other pieces. Anyways, I'm gonna reflect on that and yeah, talk to you about this later. Thanks for being here. I'm really happy that you listened to the whole video from yesterday. It was very emotional one, and like after playing I really didn't know what to say. I haven't prepared myself, and I just wanted to leave it this way so that you can see the emotions which were overwhelming after this very crazy experience for me. What I wanted to do is just to tell you a little bit about how I worked on this piece, and maybe try to record it today with the score, so that you can also hear the piece, how it's supposed to sound in comparison to what I played in that video that you just saw. It was from yesterday, from Saturday, and today is Sunday. So about working, it was a very, very tricky one, because once you think, how do you memorize something that you do not actually, I don't know, touch, pronounce, it gets a little bit complicated, I think. What I did is, like for the beginning and for the ending, for the exposition and the reprisa, it was sort of easy to memorize. The right hand is the same pattern that you just play all the time. And I just had to memorize the melody and the harmonies, which I underestimated, and I haven't properly practiced this once because I thought, it's not so difficult, like the melody and a couple of chords, easy. And I spend mostly my time with the middle part, which is like more difficult one. So what I have learned definitely is do not ever underestimate something that you think might be easy or easier. So it was my little punishment yesterday for that thought. But nevertheless, right hand is easy to memorize, and then the left hand, you try to memorize the melody. I have been offered many times by my colleagues to memorize the melodies by naming the notes. And this is what I was trying to do. And a couple of harmonies, like this one, and then the next one. Couple of chords, and then the answer would be the melody. So this one was a pretty straightforward one. But in the middle part, it was something much more difficult for me, because right hand changes the patterns and goes higher and higher and higher. And it was very difficult because of the absence of the muscle memory. I really had to memorize every single one of the steps and the intervals and the fingering as well, so that I know with my head what to play. And also sometimes it's not synchronized with the left hand, what the left hand plays, so it was a very tricky one. So this one I practiced a lot separately. I was just going first through the right hand, trying to memorize how many times do we repeat a certain pattern, and then in how many steps we go higher, and then for how long we stay there. I cut this whole thing into smaller pieces, and then we're trying to memorize those. Then I worked the left hand the way I worked it in the beginning, trying to memorize the chords, the harmonies, and the melodical answers. And only in the very end, maybe the last 30 or maybe 40 minutes of practicing, I was trying to combine those in my head to memorize when, in comparison to my left hand to the melody, the right hand is making some moves. To be like pretty vague about how I work, this is what it was. If you're interested in more, I would gladly repeat this thing again and again, and maybe like going through the details if it's interesting for you. But nevertheless, tell me if you had such an experience in your life. Have you tried to learn a piece by memory, or just to learn a little bit of the piece without actually having the instrument in your hands? So I would be excited to read about those in the comments. Thank you very much for being for such a long time with me in this video. And now I'm gonna try to play this piece for you with scores, and we'll try to play the right notes and the right rhythms. So thank you very much again, and enjoy.